So, before this video begins, I would like to announce that Pig and I have created a new server. This server is going to be trading oriented, I guess you could say. It's going to be a lot around trading, but it'll have a lot of different server or channels. So it's not just trading, but it's going to be based around trading. So if you like trading servers, if you're active in the Item Worth Wiki Feral server, you can join this and it'll be even more trading. But if you want to go and join it, the link is in the description. So go ahead and join through there. And the first 69 members will be getting an OG members role. So go ahead and join quick so you can get that role, and make sure to be active if you're going to be in there. And that's it. So enjoy the rest of this video. Alright, so this video, if you're watching this and you are already rare, this video might not be the best for you, but it also could. You'll see why later. But there are a lot of tactics that I'm going to show you that are more meant for people who are just starting off, or are worth less than like a solid-ish, somewhere around there, maybe like a few good longs, a few bad longs, something like that. It's more directed at those people. But there is a good tactic that's more centered around, bigger people that'll be more effective the rarer you are. So stay tuned for that and enjoy the video. I already said that in the intro, but enjoy the video. Alright, so tactic number 1 involves the trading party. Now this one's a little weird, I guess you could call it. So what you want to do is go to the claw machine in the trading party, and so what this gives you is a bunch of clothing items and rare gloves, a chance of getting rare gloves. Now what you want to do is have a bunch of gems, have a clear inventory, and just let this run overnight, honestly. If you want to get a bunch of diamonds, I guess this is a good way to, because you can sell off all the clothing items you get from this. I'll show you one for example. Hopefully I can get something. Okay, there we go. Bat glasses. For example, you can take that and recycle it for 60 gems. Now this takes 25 gems a play. So if you get lucky, you can also profit gems off of this. I almost said diamonds. But the main thing is you want to get rare gloves, because those can be sold for up to 10 diamonds, I think, in your shop. So if you get those, you're honestly pretty set. Now, they aren't the most common thing from this. I spent like 20 minutes just holding something. Oh, I don't know if I said this, but how you want to do it is put something heavy on your spacebar to weigh it down, and just let it run, and you can get a ton of items. But you want to make sure your inventory doesn't get full, or else it'll just stop. So you want to make sure that doesn't happen. You can go through and recycle all the stuff if you want to. Can you stop? And recycle all the stuff you want to, or you can keep it and sell it in your shops for about 1 to 3 diamonds each, and you get an absurd amount of items. You get hundreds depending on how many gems you spend. If you spend around 20k, you'll get hundreds of them. It's a pretty good tactic to get rare, honestly, if you're starting out, but obviously not the best if you're already rare. So let's get into the next one. It's a little better if you're on the rarer side, if that's a word. Alright, so the next tactic is a little weird, but it's honestly really effective, and it's how I get rare now. So what you want to do is obviously just go around and look for shops. Let's find a place where there is a member. And honestly, you just kind of want to go to random people's dens and hope they are AFK. This person wasn't. And look for shops. Now, obviously there will be some not so great ones, kind of like this one. But I'll throw some pictures up on screen right now if I remember. There are some really good prices you can find. I think I screenshotted a lot of them. I remember, well, you'll probably have seen it by now, but I remember I got a yellow short for 100 and something. Now there's some really overpriced shops, kind of like this one. My God. But for every overpriced one, there's a nice one with some nice deals. Now the prices you want to know are anything worth a DB is probably around 30 to 50, depending on the demand of the item. Member den betas are worth 50. Non-member is around 75. And then for like short callers, you basically want to multiply their den beta worth by 50. So for example, short or bad shorts are 250. Good shorts, like let's say purple, that's around 350, I guess, 350 to 400. The better short callers have more price, I guess. They're a little more expensive because they're better items. Then obviously if you see like a bad long or any long collar for sale, you want to buy that. I remember I got a solid for 500 when that's realistically worth around 6,000 to 8,000, I think. So that was a pretty nice steal. But you just want to kind of go through people's dens, look through. Obviously this one wasn't great, but there will be some steals in there. Clothing betas are worth around 15, except for the worse ones like beards and pirate swords. I couldn't remember what it was called. But you want to resell a lot too, obviously. You don't want to hoard them unless you're planning to trade a bunch. When you're reselling, you can honestly get away with overpricing. You can honestly get around 20 for clothing betas and 25 for warns, honestly, I found kind of works. Obviously, the two dens I just went to don't have the best prices in the world. But this is a pretty good way to get rare. It's made me pretty rare. Someone followed me. This person's been following me all day. Help me. But you can find some really good price. Oh, it's you. But you can find some really good prices through just shopping. But now, let's get on to the next tactic. Well, that took a minute. Jesus Christ. But the third and final tactic for today. I could make a part 2 if I think of more, to be honest. But the third and final tactic for today is kind of a weird one that could bite you in the butt, to be honest, if you aren't careful, is asking people to add, honestly. It's kind of a scummy one, kind of like the last one, but it's effective. From what I've seen, it's effective, and from what I've done, just asking people to add to their trades, like declining it and be like, add. It's kind of scummy, but it works. Obviously, they could change their mind about it, or could be upset that you're asking and decide not to trade just because of that reason. But that's never happened to me. So what you want to do is just, if someone trades you and the trade's just fair and it's not over, decline it and ask them if they can add even a little. Just ask like, add a little please. If it's a big enough item, it can be a big add. Like, I remember I traded a solid, right? I traded it down for 3 pink, or 3 red and a pink. And I was like, can you add a little? And they ended up adding Adventure Nerds and a purple short. So it wasn't a bad ad at all. That's like a black short's worth. Well, red short's worth. But it's still pretty good. And that was just with something like a solid. That isn't even like a massive item. If you're trading something like headdresses, you could get a pretty nice over if they're desperate enough. Especially like high demand ones like light pink, blue, black, like ones like those, the big ones. So that's something to always keep in mind. It's pretty good. I haven't done it much, but it's pretty good. But that's all the tactics for today. I could make a part 2 if I can think of more. I have a few more in mind that could be pretty good, but I want to think of some better ones first. That's it for today. Please like and subscribe to me and turn on notifications so you can get notified if I do a live stream or upload a video. And that's all for today. I'll see you guys probably tomorrow with the stream. So goodbye.